am Jamie Lopes, a school counselor here at Indiana Avenue School, and I want to welcome our mayor, Mayor McCormick of Woodbridge, and Peter Barcelona of We Feed Woodbridge here to our school. The NEHS here collected all of this food for our food drive. And Mr. Chiara, our school principal, of course.
Don't forget, you work for him. You don't work for me or Peter, you work for him. I want to thank JB Lopes for, this is our very first stop on what will be a lot of stops between now and February 14th for the Have a Heart food drive. So we'll be all over the town with all different groups, thanking them for collecting food for the people in need. And right now, it is probably the worst it's been in a long, long time. It's the holidays coming up, which is one thing. The pandemic, it's just getting worse and worse. There are more and more people impacted. There's going to be more and more people out of work. And there's going to be more and more people and families that need the food that's collected by these young boys and girls. So I want to thank, they're all joining us here by Zoom. So if you zoom in on the Zoom, you can get their pictures. Boys and girls, I want to thank you very much for all you've done. You are the National Elementary Honor Society, which means you're smart, which means you're community-oriented, which means you're service-oriented. All those things are what made you get into the National Elementary Honor Society, and you proved why you were selected by this food drive. So I want to say thank you very much for everything you've done. This is a great thing at Indiana Avenue School 18. And I'd like to now turn it over to Peter Barcelona. Peter is the guy that works for our health department. He is the middleman between those who donate the food and those who use the food. He makes sure it gets from here to the central spot in Woodbridge at the health center, and then he makes sure it gets out to all the food pantries, and all of those amazing volunteers get it directly out to the people who need it. So Peter, please say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Principal, for your help. As the mayor said, the need right now is tremendous. I mean, pre-pandemic, our pantries were feeding roughly 600 families a month. Since this past week, we're probably well over 1,300 families. I'm working closely with our contact tracers. So those that are deemed COVID positive, we're bringing food out every day to different families when the whole family is infected with COVID. So I just dropped off food on my way over here to a family here in Iselin. So the need is great. Boys and girls, thank you very much. Continue the good work. As the mayor says, it's service is what it's all about, and how helping our neighbor feed our neighbors. And if it wasn't for the mayor and his administration, Dr. Zaga and the Board of Education working with the school lunch program, receiving those extra lunches that are coming back through our pantries, with our corporate community, our civic community, and just you in general, the public. On behalf of those that we serve, well, I thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Now I'd like to introduce a gentleman who I've known for a long, long time. We are contemporaries. We're both basketball players. He is a 1,000-point scorer at Colonial High School. I am not. I keep score. Is probably my best skill when it comes to basketball. We announce the games on TV, and I keep score, and that's about the extent of my basketball talent. But Chris Chiara is a fantastic person. He's been in our school district a while. He's had this school now for a couple of years, and I hear nothing but great things about the job he's done. Mr. Chiara?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Barcelona, and again, I would like to thank Jamie Lopes and all of our students in our National Elementary Honor Society for a job well done. The people that spoke before me kind of said most of the things that we'd like to entail, but I also would like to thank not only our students, but their families. Our nurse, Christine Gonzalez, our secretary, Jess Florick, for also helping arrange that all the food be just dropped off, of course, during this time of need. And this time of not as much contact. We were very thankful that our families, our parents, and our guardians took the time not only to go out and buy the food, but also drop it off here. And as you can see, we've had a great donation. So the collaboration between our community, our families, our teachers, and obviously our young students who have done a great job are just what we'd like to see and what's been going on here at School 18. So again, I'd like to thank Peter Barcelona, Mayor McCormick for coming out to take this time to say hello to our kids and thank our kids for a job well done. Thank you very much.
All right, so can you guys hear me? I want you all to give yourselves a big round of applause. All right. Great job, excellent work. And now if we could move the mic, we'll take a quick picture for Facebook. Hello and welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today to prove once again why we are such a great town. As all the members of many of the members of the Woodbridge Senior Billiards Club are behind me, and they are about to make a donation to We Feed Woodbridge. This is something they've been doing for 4 years. 4 years ago, a member, Mike DiGiovanni, started this. Has passed away since, but they keep this drive alive in his memory. And with the virus and people not coming to play pool, it's been very difficult to raise money, but nonetheless, the group raised almost $2,000 through phone calls, and they're here today to make a donation to We Feed Woodbridge. Directly behind me is Steve Sharkey to my left. He's the president of the club. To my right here is Pat Trombetti. He's one of the original founders of the club. But I'm going to turn the microphone over to Wayne Collins, who took over as the chair of the drive, and he has a check to present. Joining me is Peter Barcelona from Township, who runs the We Feed Woodbridge Drive, Councilwoman Debbie Mean, who of course is involved in all these charitable endeavors with Woodbridge Township. So now let's hear from Mike. It's all yours. Wayne.
Thank you. I would like to say, first of all, that we thank all the members of this great club, the Woodbridge Senior Billiards Club, because they're the reason why we have $1,865. This is an annual thing that we go through, and usually we have a tournament. The tournament was not able to be held this year, and we went to our members, and the members came up with the donation of $1,865. I'd like to present this to We Feed Woodbridge, Peter, and we know that it'll be used wisely, and we hope this goes on many, many, many years. And we'll give you this as a representation.
Thank you very much, Wayne. I'd now like to turn it over to Peter Barcelona. He can talk a little bit about We Feed Woodbridge. This is probably the most important drive we've ever had, even more important than the spring, because now the virus is much worse. Peter will tell you we've doubled the number of families we're serving, and it is the holiday season, so the demand is greater. So, Peter, no better time right now to get this donation from the Senior Billiards Club.
Absolutely, Mayor, and thank you again to the members of the Woodbridge Billiards Club, to the Mayor and his administration, and Dr. Zaga and the Board of Education for their cooperation in trying to maintain our food pantries. We currently have the 11 food pantries. Our numbers, as the Mayor said, pre-pandemic was 600 families. We're currently well over 1,300 families that we are helping on a regular basis, as well as working with the contact tracers and earmarking those families that unfortunately are COVID positive. So we're going out, bringing food into those homes to make sure for that 14-day quarantine period, people have food. So a check like this, we are working in collaboration with the State Warehouse in Hillside, with McFoods in East Brunswick, as well as local businesses and corporations. So the donation will be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. Now, the Woodbridge Senior Billiards Club started how many years ago, Pat?
2004 we started.
2004, okay. I wasn't mayor yet. Mayor Pelsman was the mayor then, so they've been going strong for 16 years. This is a group of men and women. There's a waiting list to get in this club. It's a group of men and women that obviously love billiards, but they love each other. They love hanging around together. But they also do other great things for our community. We'll talk in a minute about the toy drive they're doing. They raise money in various tournaments for Relay for Life, for David's Touch Foundation. They play a tournament every year, at least they used to, against the police and firemen, until the Senior Billiards Club just beat them so bad every year that the cops and firemen said, no more, we can't stand losing to these guys, but they still help raise the money, right? They do so many they march in parades, they do so many great things for our township. I'd like to now introduce the president of the club, Steve Sharkey, to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor McCormick. I'd like to first thank the mayor and his administration for all the support that they give this club day in and day out during the year. The community center, which is our home base, they support us in everything we do. They give us anything we need to do to make our club better. And last but not least, the membership of this club is outstanding. In spite of the fact that we haven't had a tournament all year, the club has been closed, the members have stepped up and they've contributed to many organizations this year. And the We Feed Woodbridge is the culmination of the fund drivers, and that leads us to the toy drive. 12 years ago, Pat Trombetta came up with the idea of having a tournament with the police and fire and EMT to raise toys for the kids. 12 years we've had tournaments, police, fire, EMT. We've raised money, toys, gift cards. And this year we said we're still going to do it. Even without a tournament, we're going to reach out to our membership in the township and provide as many toys as we can for the needy children of the township. So I'd like to thank Pat Trombetta. I'd like him to come up and say a couple of words. He's the organizer of this event, and we're off to a great start. And here's Pat Trombetta.
Boy, I tell you, this means so much to me. Going back 2004, I never thought we would have a club like this, boy, but look like we proved today. We didn't have a tournament. But who came forward? The police, the firemen, EMTs. We all got together and said, you know something? We got to give these kids a good Christmas. Let's start the toy drive. And sure enough, it started right behind me in this, I call it a double-sized mailbox that Paul Losa gave us, okay? And our pool tables right now are full of toys, okay? But getting back to what we do, the mayor had said what we do at this point, but I'm so proud of this day raising $1,865. And when they call us the best town around, but this is the best club around, I feel. And I'm so proud of my members, and it means so much for me to have this day today. And I'm so glad we got together, and we're taking care of these people. But God bless everybody. I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Councilwoman Debbie Meehan, who is very involved with the anything charitable in town. Seems like Debbie's involved. Debbie, you want to say a few words?
So the check that the Billiards Club is donating, it will go so far. Just this past weekend, we did a food drive for Thanksgiving, and we were able to make up 78 baskets with the help of the community and with checks from donations from different clubs. So it's vital that people remember that people are hungry, especially in these days. It means so much. And the Billiard Club is just, I can't say enough about them. Even though everything is going on and we can't do the Christmas party this year, they're still working so hard to get the toys to the children in conjunction with the Woodbridge Police Department. So what you do, I know you can't be together and you're probably really missing each other, but you're doing so much for this community. So continue your good work, and happy Thanksgiving.
The holiday food drives, that there's barrels here and barrels up there.
Right, okay, so we have two things going on here. The holiday food drive goes on between now and obviously the Christmas weekend. There's baskets here and cans here for anybody to drop off food. And as Steve, I think, pointed out or said, the oversized mailbox back here, that's also for toys. So anytime the community center is open, people can come in safely. There's nobody around. You can drop off your toy. You can drop off your food. What are the hours here, Paul?
6 a.m. to 9 p.m. during the week.
6 a.m. to 9 p.m. during the week.
And
10 to 6 on the weekend. So the doors are always open during those hours. You can come in, just drop your food, drop your toys, and leave, and it would be greatly appreciated. So with that, I want to thank the Woodbridge Senior Billiards Club. As I said, I can't say they're the best club in the town because there's so many clubs in town, and I don't want to get in trouble, so I got to be politically correct. But just listen to what I said about everything that they do for Woodbridge. You can make your own conclusion. This is a great group of men and women where are all the women, by the way? It's only dudes out here. What's going on? A great group of men and women who, like I said, love each other, love billiards, and love helping our community. And they do help, as Pat said, make Woodbridge the best town around. Thank you for watching.